My son Anthony was 18 years old when he was gunned down in front of our home. Somehow he suffered a mental breakdown, shot himself in the head. His cousin came home and found him and called 911 for help. 911 operator told him, put the gun in the backyard. He put the gun in the backyard, like he said, and he ran back to check on my son. When he came back, Anthony had woke up somehow. And I guess when he shot himself, it just opened up his head where it grazed him. He needed help. So his cousin was frantically calling 911, please help him. Spanish, please, trying to get somebody to understand him. And he thought they weren't understanding what he was saying. Finally, after the sixth call, the translator got on the phone and said, I can't understand what he's saying. Stop talking over him, the 911 operator. And was told to stop talking over him because he couldn't understand. By then, the 911 operator told him, come outside, help is here. My nephew looked outside and he saw a bunch of cops in the corner. And he said, the help's here. He ran frantically to them, asking them, please help my cousin. He's on the floor, he's bleeding. I could bring him out to you, help him. And he's screaming and crying the whole time. Instead of trying to help surrender aid to my son or even to my nephew, they searched him, put him in handcuffs, and put him in the back of a police car. Like he was a criminal, he did something wrong. And all he was trying to do is get help for his cousin. He said they then moved the car up a little bit, and within a minute or two, we heard 2 shots.
Defund! Police! Defund! Police! When I say defund, you say police! Defund! Police! Defund! Police!
He said he was pounding on the door and the window with his head, telling them, no, please, you didn't shoot him. He said, after a few minutes, I saw the officers that killed Anthony. They came and they took their gear off, whatever they had, put in the trunk of the car, and they gave each other a high five after they killed him. They were congratulating themselves and laughing about it like it was a good kill. While my nephew's in the back of the car seat just going crazy, screaming for my nephew, for my son. After that, they led Anthony's body. They put him in handcuffs. He was already dead. They shot him twice, once in the chest, the other one in the back. He didn't have no weapon in his hand. He had absolutely nothing. There's video of it. There's eyewitnesses that saw what took place, that they murdered him. And we got an attorney, and they basically told us that, they get away with murder all the time. So we filed a federal civil suit against them. And we fought hard. Our attorneys fought hard. On July 2nd, 2019, we're the first San Jose family to win against the San Jose Police Department. Some people look at it like we got justice. That's not justice. I'll never get justice. Even if these guys get fired and go to jail, my son is still dead in the end. They can't give him back to me. That would be justice, giving my kid back. But you can't do that. But I will settle for have them turning in their badges, losing their jobs, and going to jail.
Yeah. Into our young people, into our services, into our health care, because we're not just defunding the police, we are reconstructing the world in our image that we deserve. You are looking in the eyes of people that are the answers to a prayer. That is what you are. You are an answer to our prayers. We thank you, we follow you, and look, you have done something that no prior generation here has ever done. You have shut down this city. We have a saying that we say their names, but what we're doing today is taking that one step farther. From mobilization to a movement, we're saying say their names and know their stories.
Black Lives Matter!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
Defund
police!
We've now been here for 36 seconds. San Jose police spent 36 seconds handcuffing Antonio Guzman Lopez as he lay bleeding and dying on the floor. We've now been here for 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's the time that it took to fire 10 rounds into Steve Salinas. So when I say Sam Licardo, you say come out. Sam Licardo! Sam Licardo!
Jacob Dominguez was a father, a son, a husband, a nephew, a grandson. He was loved by many. He participated in a documentary. His quote was, "When my hopes in this film is when someone sees someone like me, they see the good." I want you to know my nephew was a good person with a good heart. He didn't deserve 10 seconds. He deserved to have his day in court. The covert response unit took him out with one shot to the head, and after the fact, mutilated his body, which no one knows. Say his name. Say his name. Thank you.
But I want to share my story of Antonio Guzman Lopez, who was killed February 21st, 2014 by the San Jose State University Police Department, in which San Jose PD played a part in doing the investigation and covering it up and not doing proper interviews. Antonio was a good person. Somebody made a call and said that there was somebody walking on campus acting strange with a knife, whatever. They claimed Antonio charged at an officer, so the other officer had to protect him, and they shot him in the back twice. One of the bullets went directly through his heart, and the other one ricocheted through his body, going through his lungs, his stomach, everything. So Antonio died right there on the spot. But the part that hurts me the most is the day they took Antonio from us, they didn't only steal his life, they took my 4-year-old son, his innocence away, his sense of safety, and a father to help raise and watch him grow up. My son Josiah has been suffering for 6 years, and he has talked so much about wanting to die and that he doesn't have a life like a normal kid that has a father.
Anthony Nunez was only 18 years old when he was murdered by police. So when I say Sam Licardo, you say come out. Sam Licardo! Sam Licardo! Sam Licardo!
It's not about Sam Licardo.
Let's respect our family's voice. Let's respect our family's voice.
Hold on. Sam Licardo's a good man. It's not about
We got it covered. We got it covered. Let's everybody make some noise for Sandy. Everybody make some noise for Sandy.
We've been waiting for all this for so long, guys. Thank you so much for coming out.